last night I saw Predator Badlands, which is the movie everybody's talking about in science fiction and fantasy realms over this last week. There seems to be a lot of our kind of typical group of people who kind of surround this channel who said the movie's pretty bad. A lot of the critics are actually saying it's pretty good, and actually the audience score on Rotten Tomatoes is at like 96 or 95%. I'll have to check it again once we get into the video a little bit here. But it's all over the map, and I saw it, and my total analysis is it was fun, but flawed. And so it's not a great movie by any means. It's not really a Predator movie by any means, but it is something that is an okay sci-fi action B-flick, which I'll get into in just a moment. So please hit the like and subscribe button as we talk about all things science fiction. If you like my thoughts on science fiction, I am a science fiction writer myself, my friends, and I have a new campaign up called Valiant Frontiers. And this is what I want science fiction to be. This is my swan song. This is my sort of work that I've been working on for a long, long time to try to create a trilogy of real science fiction that has that like sense of wonder, the sense of exploration. I know Predator's more of a monster action movie. That's not what we have here. It's something more that you get like in the 60s and 70s sci-fi when things were like really, really more about like the concepts and the characters and things like that. So if you want to support my channel and support what we do, this trilogy is available right now on our crowdfund. It's in the description below. Thank you guys so far for making this a success, and I appreciate you guys reading. It's very important to keep this going and keep science fiction alive. So yes, Predator Badlands came out this week, and like I said, it was a 96% on Rotten Tomatoes right here, and there are over 1,000 audience reviews so far, which is a pretty big number. This is verified audience reviews, and so all audience has 93%, so it's not that much different from unverified to verified. And the unverified is usually what I get a better barometer of, like where the real people are at, because, you know, it is what it is, right, with Rotten Tomatoes. But this is 2,500 plus ratings. Now, I saw some people saying, oh, there's a big difference on Criticlist, which is attempting to be a new Rotten Tomatoes, and I applaud them for what they're doing here. But at the same time, like, there's only 32 people who have actually said anything about it, and it is rated as a decent film on here as well. So while this is wildly saying it's awesome, this one's saying, it's okay. I'm in the it's okay category. It was not great. It was not bad. Now, let's get into the spoilers area of this, where we talk about the Predator and what happened in this. So it starts out on the Predator planet, Yautja Prime, and we see two Predators fighting each other. One's kind of struggling for his life, and it becomes apparent that this is like a really robust training session, but they don't care. They don't hold back during the training sessions. Like they look like they're going to kill each other. It's pretty big. And it turns out that like the main character Deck, it's his brother, his older brother, helping train him. And Deck is kind of the runt of the family. He's not big enough. He's not strong enough. And but he wants to go prove himself anyway by going on a hunt and going on a big hunt. And they set it up so he's going to go out and find this creature called the Calisk, who scares everybody and makes everybody who's died who's even tried to do it. So pretty good sci-fi plot, right? He's going to hunt this unhuntable, unkillable creature that everybody disappears when they fight back from. It's nothing like special, nothing unique, but solid sci-fi plot. Now the action's pretty. It looks really good. It's a lot of fun during this this whole sequence. A little CGI heavy, like everything else. It looks like almost a CGI animated film. So you get a lot of that, but it's worth, it's decent watching at that point. Now, his father actually shows up, and he says, we got to kill the runt, and the brother actually defends him. The brother gets killed in the process, jettisons Deck out to go to this planet that this ship was set up to go to as it is, and he watches his brother get killed, and now he's going to he got even more motivation because he's going to be doing this for the honor of his brother. So again, pretty solid character start, pretty solid sci-fi start. Good stuff. I'm with them so far. He goes to the planet. The planet is they call it the Death Planet, and everything's just super dangerous there. Cool designs. There's these weird like snaky, stalky vine things that go out there. There's these plants that shoot poison. These just huge monsters that are really difficult to kill. And some of these bugs just explode randomly. I mean, it is just like, this is a hellhole of a planet. And he's out there, and he goes in, and he's dealing with the planet. It's man versus nature, or rather predator versus nature during this whole situation. Now, that's pretty cool. As he goes along, he's fighting this beast who is like got him trapped in an area, and he finds this lady right here. And this is the crux of the movie. She's an android from the Weyland-Yutani Corporation, and she's lost her legs. And I don't have a great picture of her right now, so I got to find one. Where do we go with this? Movie clips. I'm great about this. I tried to set this up in advance, but like, there's never like great character pictures of any of these things anywhere. So here she is, Thea. This is her character. She's lost her legs. She's stuck, and she says she can help the Predator. And if he gets her a weapon, She helps. And then Predators have this thing where we hunt alone, and that's the whole deal, right? And so she convinces him that she's an android, so therefore she's a tool who can help him find the prey, and that's actually what she wanted as well. She also wants to find her legs, and so that's that. So interesting setup. He starts carrying her on his back, and she's, kind of guides him throughout the land because Weyland-Yutani has had a mission where they are on there. Good setup so far. Now, this is where it goes off the rails. She is the quirky, weird, comic relief, funny thing, and it doesn't feel like a Predator film anymore. It feels like a Marvel movie with the Marvel team movie, right? And it's like, oh gosh, this got Disney-ified. This woman is absolutely annoying throughout the entire film. She's hard to listen to. She's hard to watch. It would have been better just have the Predator speaking in his own language with no English through their whole film, just so we didn't have to deal with this. And it would have made a better film on that level. So that is a tough thing. Now, accusations came up early. This is going to be a girl boss, a girl replacement Predator. She's going to outshine the Predator. This movie was not about her. It was about the Predator character. She was the side character, comic relief. So it was not a girl boss movie. It was just this. She was just an annoying character who was meant to be funny, but she came across just like, please just deactivate her and end it already. It's so obnoxious. Now, she's searching for another android in this, and named Tessa, who is part of her Weyland-Yutani crew. We then cut to Tessa. Tessa, we learn, is still alive, and she's kind of just mean and working for the corporation, and this girl doesn't realize it so much. So there's a parallel drawn between the Predator and his brother, and then this and her sister, an android who then she starts to think of as her sister. Again, pretty decent writing on that level, just because it is a nice foil situation, right? On a character level, pretty good. The problem, again, just being she's annoying. Now, Weyland-Yutani is hunting for her, and they try to find her, and they know there's a Predator out there, and so they are actually trying to hunt him as well. And they also are looking for this creature who they believe is a key to a bunch of like bioweapon experiments and things like that. And so this is all going to converge at some point. Also during this, they meet this like monkey creature thingy on the planet who is like comic relief again, and yet is a complete badass as well. It's the Baby Yoda concept, right? But it's a scarier Baby Yoda, right? And so they end up teaming up with not only her but that character as well, and that character like follows them and helps them. The Predator abandons that character for a little bit, and it was okay. It just threw the movie into this like silly action movie scenario that felt like a Marvel movie again rather than a Predator movie. So that's it. And then I start to see the themes here as they ragtag band goes into this deal, and then eventually, like when Weyland-Yutani catches up with Thea, and she's got her little sister here. Which is here she gets rebooted, right? When she gets with her, and she's not actually seen here. But when she actually gets back, she gets captured by Weyland-Yutani. Weyland-Yutani kind of betrays her. They tell her that she's dysfunctional because she's emotional, which she is, which is ironic. And I'm like, yay, please get rid of her. They don't. And then the Predator ends up rescuing her, kind of against the Predator nature here again, because he thinks she's useful, right? But it turns out, as it goes along, it becomes obvious it's less about useful and more about the found family. So this is the annoying trope again in every film these days. That, like, your real family doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who you are. You can find family along the way, and those people are your real family, right? It's the Fast and the Furious trope, right? Family. And the family is now her and this, like, monkey creature, and yay. And so they finally catch up with this creature, the Callus, the terrible thing. And with that, they fight it and have problems. The Weyland-Yutani captures it, and then they have to liberate it from Weyland-Yutani. It turns out the monkey creature is the child of this creature, and so that child is trying to find this creature for that reason. They go to a Weyland-Yutani fight, and all the fights and all the stuff looked really good up until this point. And this is the next problem with the film. There's 3 problems. She's freaking annoying, found family, and then this. The other robot, Weyland-Yutani sister, starts fighting them, gets in this like giant mech suit thing that's like kind of yellow, and it looks like a construction thing. And it reminds me of like Sonic versus Dr. Robotnik. Again, it feels like they just took tropes from different kind of popular movies, threw them into this to make it its own sci-fi movie. And so you look at it, if you don't go into this thinking this is a serious Predator movie, and you go into this thinking this is a Marvel movie or just something silly that has Predator concepts in it, you're happier, right? And I kind of knew this going in, that it was not going to feel like a real Predator movie, so I wasn't like coming in and expecting it. The visuals at the end, the fights at the end were kind of weak sauce, and with that action at the end really didn't pay off like it should have. And so that's the third kind of problem with the movie. When it does, the Kalisk escapes. The Kalisk ends up destroying the mech and all that, and eating the other robot. The other robot then explodes inside the Kalisk and destroys the Kalisk. So the Predator got the win, and he returns home. And so that's the climax of the movie. Like I said, it just didn't quite work out. They didn't have a lot, like the Weyland-Yutani bots and security. There weren't a lot of them. It felt like they almost ran out of budget or something like that, and so they like just kind of pared it back. Which it's like, if you're going to do a movie like this, you should probably go all out for this and then pare back like the middle scenes, right? If anything, because this was the big climax, and it fell a little bit flat. Now, I'm just giving the sort of the critiques of it, but if you hear overall, the plot line's fine. I actually liked the Predator character deck, the runt, etc. It made sense who he was, and with all the design issues I was thinking were coming in, it made sense because he's the runt. He's the one who's the outcast. He's thrown out, right? And so I felt pretty good on that level, and I enjoyed it on that. And most of these scenes and most of the stuff up until this point, the fight scenes were pretty good. The world scenes were pretty interesting. The whole aesthetic of this planet was like really nice to look at, and very enjoyable. And so there are good things about it, and it was all right. It was entertaining, and the best part about this is the runtime is 110 minutes. I got to tell you, these Marvel movies recently, these Star Wars movies being like 2.5 hours long, it drags. This didn't drag because the runtime is about right. You can have an action movie that's just under 2 hours like this. I think it feels way better. I like this runtime for a movie. Let me know about that. Do you guys like longer movies? I prefer shorter movies, so this made me kind of happy that this went at this pace like this. And so there's good and there's bad. It's mixed about it, right? And so he gets back home to his planet. His found family comes with him, and he ends up killing his father in revenge of his brother, proving himself as a Predator once and for all. And then there's a cut to a ship showing up that like looks very aggressive. He has to pull his sword. The quirky lady goes, "Is that one of your friends?" And he goes, "No, it's my mother." And then it cuts to credits and obviously sets up a second film if they feel like doing it. So interesting stuff on this, and that's it. So a lot of sci-fi tropey stuff. Totally fine plot line. I liked the revenge. I liked the motivation for going after the Kalisk. I liked the Kalisk itself. It regenerated, like, so he'd cut off its tail and it'd just come back. Like, I mean, this thing was unkillable and very, very scary to begin with. And then once they did the reveal that, like, it was like his little monkey companion was the child of it, it became less scary, right? And it became kind of friendly, and they cuddled each other, and it took a lot of the suspense away at the end of the film, right? And so, like I said, the feel of this was in between action and comedy, and it was in the middle. It didn't feel like a Predator movie, but it was an all right sci-fi action comedy movie, right? And so when you get into that and you look at it and you come in expecting that, and maybe this review will help that, you'll enjoy it. I think it was enjoyable. I think it was all right. I think it was like a 7 out of 10 movie, and that's The Predator, Badlands, my friends. All right, if you like this review, please hit the like and subscribe button. Thanks for being here. I'm a professional science fiction writer, as I said. I would love for you to check out my science fiction work, and I hope you'll enjoy it. It's in the description below. We'll be back soon.